Go.
So post-match with the FA Cup victory over Plympton, a hat-trick for T Kaptein, 2 from the penalty spot, both really at pressure times, important times.
Yeah, I think at any time a penalty is important, and they're always under pressure, and I just wanted to put the team in the best position to win the game, and I think that's what I've done.
And you got the one in between then, just capitalising on Lexi unlucky hitting the post.
Yeah, I know. Lexi done really, really well today. She did a lot of graft. She came in, which allowed me to go in behind, and no, I think she had a great match today.
How difficult was it out there this afternoon? Because you wouldn't have known too much about Plympton, but they came out quickly, and the front three certainly looked very, very good.
Yeah, they were. I think we are quite prone to that ball over the top, and you know, we've spoken about it at length, that ball over the top, and it caught us out twice, and 2 good finishes from them. You know, we don't want to take anything away from them, but I think in the end we deserved the win, so I'm happy with that.
Ben, how do you coach that from the sidelines? Because obviously you'd have said to the girls in the week, you know, don't get complacent, don't get caught out, and then to see the team go behind twice again, as you did it against Bocco as well.
Yeah, half time was a bit tense, wasn't it? We were quite harsh, myself and Sam, in the dressing room at half time, and we just said we need to get closer off when we're actually in possession, high up the pitch. We still need to be closer to them so that we can get to them and force them backwards rather than them getting in behind.
The second half, really, there wasn't a lot of difference. They still had chances, but defensively you were tighter.
Yeah, and I mean, we said at full time to the girls that fair play to them for kind of taking the feedback on board and really stepping up, because the second half was a totally different game for me. I think we suffocated them second half. They got through a couple of times, but nowhere near the amount of chances that they had the first half, and that's all down to the girls getting tight and getting close and really making it difficult for them to play through us, which I think they did really well, and that's led a lot of the time by T in the middle, just getting onto them, getting tight.
What do you do over the next 7 days ahead of the visit of Paul Town to make sure you don't get kind of called out in the same areas?
I mean, it's a similar, like, if you look at our fixtures, I think we've had 3 teams so far who are fairly similar-ish level, and I think Paul next week will provide a bit more of a threat than those guys today, but I would like to think that we will be on top for most of the game, and it's up to us to manage and recognise those things a little bit earlier, and for the girls to manage that, but also management to respond in the game, but we'll look at some things at training during the week and go from there.
The midfield trio's getting settled. You and Adele and Tracy in there. It's quite a strong midfield. You seem to be blending well together.
Yeah, I mean, I think me, Tracy and Adele, we've been around quite a long time in the women's game, and I think we've got similar minds when it comes to how we want to play. So, you know, I think our link-up plays very well, and to be fair, from back to middle to front, I think when we're on it, we're on it. But, you know, I think in the first half of the game we could have been better, as they said at half-time, that was mentioned, and I think the second half was more of a showcase of what we're about.
Third qualifying round draw tomorrow. Who do you want?
It's the cup, isn't it? Anyone really.
Anyone
I wouldn't mind.
At home,
At home. At home. Obviously, you want a home draw in the FA Cup, don't you? But this is where a few more of our league comes into it, and you get a few more teams from a bit further afield. So that's what's exciting about it, isn't it? You don't know. There's hundreds of teams that we could, well, maybe not hundreds, but a fair few teams that we could draw. So anyone, bring them on.
Well done this afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers.